Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be showing you 10 study secrets to help you pass all your subjects. So let's get started. So do you want to watch Netflix and study? Obviously you can't do this at the same time, however you can incorporate both things in the same session. So you're probably addicted to Netflix, or if you don't have Netflix you can obviously use YouTube. I was inspired by the anime Dora video made by Josh Chen. A normal Pomodoro method lasts for approximately 25 minutes of working or just studying, and this leads to a 5-minute break when that 25 minutes is done. But a anime Dora session lasts for 40 to 60 minutes of studying and 20 to 30 minutes of watching something. And this is much better than a normal Pomodoro method because in the break you can actually do something that you look forward to, and when you're studying you can strive for that goal, and watching an episode can be like your reward for studying. However, the study sessions are longer than Pomodoro methods, so do be aware of that. Study secret number 2 is time-lapse studying. This tip is useful for when you aren't feeling motivated to study, so what you do is you set up your phone to film you doing work. Make sure you put on the time-lapse mode. Now this is what you should do and why it's helpful. Firstly, you won't go on your phone because it would be filming you studying and doing homework. Secondly, because after you have finished your work, you'll be able to watch it and just reflect on how accomplished you were that day. You can also watch it when you feel unmotivated. I do this a lot whenever I have time, and it acts as these little vlogs. The video you're watching above is actually me making math notes on different graphs, and I made the time lapse, and when I watched it I instantly felt really motivated to just study again. So here's just a quick tip from me. Basically, if you drink coffee or any caffeine related drinks to stay awake, I recommend not doing so regularly because your caffeine intake can impact you negatively. You can switch to cold water or cold milk, as they will give you the same effects of feeling awake without the actual side effects of caffeine. This is basically just a tip to tell you guys to always keep post-it notes on your desk. Whether it's just one post-it note or loads, I usually keep 2 to 3 post-it note pieces on my desk just in case I need to write something important down, and it really helped me to remember things, especially since we're in online school and it's easy to forget different events that are gonna happen because they're online. So what exactly can you use these post-it notes for? Well, first of all, you can use them for to-do lists, especially for tasks that don't require much time, such as emailing a teacher or just writing something down quickly, etc. You can also write down events that are coming up, such as something that you have to take part in a club for, or a competition that you have to take part in, or just a normal test. And quick reminders, such as if you need to hand in your homework that is probably going to be due next week, or if you need to hand in your part of a project or a group project. And yeah, so these help you not forget anything that's going to happen, and they are especially recommended for online school. In order to help you remember, you can also stick them on a wall or just in front of your desk, so you definitely don't forget them. Have you ever felt like you couldn't stay awake whilst reading a book for English literature? Or was it really boring and you just didn't know what happened in that chapter? Well, here is the tip for you. Basically, you have to pretend like you are a commentator, and every time something surprising happens, just whisper to yourself your reactions as if it was extremely shocking. You can also highlight these to annotate. Although it does look slightly odd if you're whispering to yourself or the wall beside you, it does work because your brain will assign that scene to your emotion, and if you read the chapter and you feel nothing shocking actually happened, then it's best to read the chapter and then search up the chapter summary and analysis, purely because you don't need a large understanding on it. So this is another quick fire study tip, but basically the 2-minute rule is this rule where you basically choose something to do, such as a homework, and you set a timer for around 2 minutes, and after those 2 minutes are up, you will hopefully feel more motivated and focused on your current task. That is the main motive. However, if it doesn't work, then try again, but this time try with a different task. If you're about to do tons of problem solving related questions, then it would be better if you were in a mood that fits that. So just do some brain problem solving related stuff before you start. This can be looking up riddles online, or as I'm doing, word searches and crosswords. Obviously don't spend too long because it's only a starter. You can think of it as a beginning to your work, or even like a warm up to your workout. So we all know that colors and color coding is in general very important, especially for visual learners. So I personally divide my highlighter colors and assign one for each subject. So now I have an image of a color in my brain when it recalls that subject, leading me to learn more in general. If you don't have enough highlighters, then I suggest having one color for one function. For example, you can do definitions in yellow, key facts like dates and formulas in red, etc., etc. Color coding is just an amazing tip, and you can memorize more stuff with it. So first of all, I'd like to mention that I'm not a reading expert, but reading is something I used to do like a lot, but I just stopped a year or 2 ago. And one of my habits or new resolutions for this year is to just read more. I don't have a book goal yet, however I plan on reading hopefully more than 12 books this year. So it can be like 1 per month. The books being shown on the screen are books that I will read soon but haven't done so. I'm currently reading On the Come Up by Angie Thomas, and it's about this girl coming from a household where they can barely make ends meet, but she dreams of being a rapper. However, this dream isn't easy because she's a POC, and it's really realistic, the whole story. Finally, we have a really classic tip. Many may think that this is a long and laborious task, but reviewing your notes on what you do that day will help you remember more stuff in the long run, and it only takes 5 to 7 minutes every day. I mean, it does depend on how many lessons you have every day. This will also help you identify any weaknesses, or if you just didn't understand what you did at all. And if this is the case, then I suggest watching videos online to make sure you understand what you did that day. And if you need to improve the skills at what you're doing, then practice questions are your best friend, or exam questions or past papers. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!